Thank you. Bless you. All right. So moving forward, I'll share my screen now. And this session, I would appreciate that you call in um, everybody that should be online. Please reach out to your friends that went away because they know what AutoCAD is about. But to be honest, in sessions like that, even though you know, I'm sure some people have learned, even if it's just the shortcuts to make your work easier, even if it is, I mean, whatever you can learn out of any session, should be able to just learn it, right? So, yeah, we are moving to SURFER, and SURFER is a platform where you, the platform we use as surveyors to um, plot out our 3D designs. So on SURFER, majorly you get your contour, you get your 3D surface, get your 3D wireframe, your water flow direction, and so on. So majorly we use these details. There are 3D design digital integration models that are used to understand the terrain, the undulation of the terrain, how it goes, what falls where is the highest point, where is the lowest point. You know, it's just majorly to understand the terrain. So yeah, and other professionals also interpret these designs. All right. So especially no, in fact, for all things, right? The last one of the ones that I've done is for a project. It's a building project, and the architect actually like needed the 3D surface to understand where what we face, the direction of water, you know, how to face the orient the house and all of that. And I mean, that's just a list of all the benefits that these plans can give you. Okay, so I'm sure your lecturers will do more to that, but let's get into practical. Let's get into practical. This is a topo. So for you to, why you need these designs is when you're carrying out a topo survey and you want to interpret what you have done on site. So for your topo survey, unlike the four corner we just did on our on our AutoCAD, you have your X, you have your Y, and you have your Z data. Means you're having your eastings, you're having your northings, and you're having your height data. So your height data is what will enable us to plot a 3D design. Okay, so we're having XYZ. XYZ. I think we were taught even in secondary school, even though I was not serious. I don't know whatever they taught us there, you know, but you have your XYZ. I mean, that's important to say because, I mean, some of you are in school and you were never serious in secondary school. You are not alone, but this is another chance to try again and give it your best. You know, your past doesn't determine your future. You have today to make things happen, right? So, guys, you were not serious in secondary school. You are not alone. Don't be discouraged. You can make it happen now. That's just to mention. So you have your eastings, you have your northings, you have your height data, and I mean, you would have like add spot height, spot height, spot height, spot height, spot height. If if you've been on a topo project or probably just randomly. So for spot heights, they are just random points. And then I guess we are together. Okay, so spot heights are just like random points that you pick in a topo survey because you want to pick almost everywhere on the land. So you're picking spot heights because you want to how do I explain this? You want to interpret the terrain. You want to like know where is high, where is low. So you want to like cover as much as possible. You want to you can on the terrain, on the specified land you're working on. Do you understand? And that is why you have spotlight. So they are just random numbers that you pick. sometimes at 10 meters intervals, at 5 meters intervals, at 20 meters intervals, depending on the accuracy you want to achieve from the job you're doing, depending on the accuracy you want to achieve from the job you're doing. And so imagine with me, you're doing a topo survey of a 340 hectares of land, a topo survey of 340 hectares. If I say hectares, so 1 hectare is about 10,000 square meters. So you know what that means. You know how much data you would have. So that is why it is important to also know how to download your data from your instrument, because that kind of data you won't be able to type it out. You won't be able to type it out. And like I said yesterday, most of the instruments we use also have specific softwares that that you use to download data. I'm saying you can download directly from your instrument just to show it out in a CSV format or other format as you require. So this is a data of a topo survey that was done somewhere in Abuja. Actually, one of my friends second project that we did, and this is the data. So first thing I want you to notice in this data is the structure. The first column we have is showing the serial number, which is very, very, very important, so that you know that the numbers are not the same. So they are not in order because I cut out some details that are not necessary. I want us the data is much more than this, so I have to cut it so that we can have something to work with. So after the SN, we have the eastings coordinates, we have the northings, we have the height data, and we have the name of the point. I have the name of the point, spot height, toilet, building power. We just named it. The person that took this data would know what he names those points, right? So okay, so this is the first call of duty. You have to, we call it data cleaning in tech. You have to clean your data, ensure that you have what you need. And the next thing is to go to your suffer. God will not allow us to suffer. In Jesus' name. All right, so we are here. And the first thing, okay, let me introduce you to the interface. This is the suffer interface, and as you can see, it's just the regular software, right? There's nothing really too much in here, to be honest. For me, I think there is really nothing too much on SURFER. And the first thing is the drawing, the drawing, the drawing, the drawing space, right? This is where your drawing appears. This is where your drawing appears. For SURFER, this is the ribbon. This is the ribbon. This is the ribbon. And that's where you have all of your commands and tools that you need to do whatever you want to do here. So I can also say that SURFER can also open your Excel. SURFER can open your Excel sheets, can open your CSV files. So personally, I also use SURFER to convert, but we are not here to do that. I use SURFER to convert coordinates. So I can use SURFER to convert from longitude and latitude to UTM. I can use SURFER to convert from UTM to long and lat. I can use SURFER to convert from for long and lat. I can use SURFER to convert. Please, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me attend to these people. Um, All right, hi guys, I'm back. Can you guys see my screen? Can you still see my screen? All right, thank you. Thank you for responding. So, like I was saying, you can use SURFER to convert coordinates. So what SURFER can actually do is what I use it to do is not just to plot design. I use it to convert coordinates. So let's walk through. We are on home now, and on home you have select, delete, these things that you're seeing here. You have the grid data. This grid data is actually where you create, where you put in your XYZ and it converts it to grid data. So SURFER cannot entirely plot your 3D designs with the CSV format, CSV file that I just showed you. SURFER can't plot your grid data with this. We have to like create a grid data first. Where is it? We have to create a grid data first. Once we are done creating a grid data, that's where we generate our report and all that. So I remember when we plot contour manually and you have to like write a report. I hope you guys are still plotting manually, because you also need it. So this is what we call the base. So kind of map. This is your contour. This is post. So all of these things you're seeing here, if you notice, they are under map. There are different kind of maps that you can plot with SURFER. Just with your grid data, you can plot any of these with SURFER, depending on what you need. These are the other ones. You can plot grid values, you can plot watershed, you can plot point cloud, and just like explore. So moving on to the next bar, we have the column. This is where you check your margin, your orientation, your size, page outline and all of that. Layout is talking about how you want this guy to look like. Then we have the features, and you have where you have your text, you have your polyline, you have your polygon. So it means you can even draw here. And once we have our contour here, all of these tools will be triggered, right? So we have the grid. Like I said, grid data, this is where you convert your CSV to a grid data. So it's on the grid that your contour will plot. It's the grid that will actually enable you to plot your contour. If you have plotted contour manually before, you understand what I'm saying better. All right, so you can't plot the contour without the grid. So these are, you can assign coordinate system, you can change projection and all of that. You can transform means you're changing projection to, you can mosaic, you can extract. And your map tools, just your scale, your legend, normal things you should get on a map if you're familiar with maps. Like you need a scale, you need the same scale we did there. You can add a scale bar. This one will plot it by itself. And add a scale bar to plot it by itself. Legend is saying, what do you mean by this sign? What do you mean by that sign? Then graticle, if you're familiar with grid, you know what graticle is and all that. So the view is just, tools that will make you like view your map very well, zoom in, zoom out, pan and all that. So yeah, are we ready to start? Let's get to it. So the first thing we want to do when you open your SURFER is to plot your grid data. So this is, I just clicked on the grid. I want to navigate to where our data is. Please follow me closely so that we can be on the same page. So I want to navigate to where our data is. Okay, I think I've not used this place. This is the CSV data that we so I'm going to open it now. So please now follow me closely here. It is very important. This is where it all gets mixed up. If we mix it up here, we are going to have a lot of problems. Are we good? Are we together? Responses, please. All right, thank you. Um, so this is where. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it coming. Let's all get active. Let's be sure we are on the same page. Patmos, thank you. All right, so you can see these data columns. It's telling us that we have 667 data points, and it wants us to specify which column is X, which column is carrying Y, which column is carrying Z. All right. So that CSV data we opened the other time, it's advisable to arrange it this way. But we can put X here, we can put, but then when you get to plotting your grid, you must be able to specify which column is carrying what. So if you look at the CSV format folder again, we have, what do we have here? I just wish you guys can unmute. Let's interact, please. Let's interact. I want answers. What do we have here? What did I say we have here?
302974.09.
Okay, I mean, I was talking about this column. I said is the
Point ID.
you said it's meant to be the serial number. All right. And the next one is which data?
X.
Yes, thank you. That's our instance. The next one is our what?
Nothing.
Thank you. Nothing.
Nothing.
And the next one is our what?
Elevation.
Distance also. I think it should be distance or height.
Distance. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Boluwatife seed data. This is our height. And this one is just the names of the points, just to identify which is what. So this data column is asking us to specify which column is carrying our X data. So somebody, is it D, is it E? Which one is carrying our X data?
B.
Is that?
B.
Thank you. The B column is carrying our X data. Which column is carrying our Y data? The C column. Thank you. And which column is carrying our Z data? The D column. So for us to be sure, we have to go back. This is B, C, D, X, Y, Z. So we are correct. We have identified this. Then Kriging, the grading method is just talking about the interpolation, the distance. I mean, how you want SURFER to plot your grid. So Kriging is actually one of the best options. So leave it at default. Geometry, other things, I think you just leave it at default. So depending on what you're doing, if it's an academic project, you must generate your grid report. It's a personal project. If you don't require it for anything, you can just leave it out. But for this purpose, let's just generate it. We don't need it actually, but we generate it. So click OK. This is our grid report. Boom. All right, so it's telling us that we have 656 active data, 667 original. There were 11 duplicates, retained 11, blah, 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 blah. Useful information, actually. Useful information, but these are the data that were duplicates, but it deleted some and left one. So, I mean, two data, it will delete one and leave one. So this is the percentage count. I mean, these are important informations if you need it. Intervariable correlation. So if you're working on an academic project, you sure need it. But since you're not, but let's just save it. All right. So this will be grid reports, training, and set. Okay, so first step done, step done. So we will go straight to what we want to create. So the first thing we should create is what? Somebody contour 3D surface, 3D wireframe. What's the first thing we should create?
Contour.
Contour. Akin said we should create contour. Yes, boss. So before we go ahead, let's just ensure that our page is set up. So this is on A4 and we are on landscape. So if you're plotting your 3D, I would definitely advise that you put it on landscape. So let's see if this works on A4. And since we have reduced the data a bit, so we can click on contour. Like I said, SURFER does not plot your CSV data. It plots your big data. So if you had click contour without the CSV, without the green data, we won't be able to get anything. So this is our contour for the data provided. So we can click the contour. So I mean, depending on what we want to achieve. Okay, it's already stretching. Okay, so just know what you want to achieve and work with that. So we want to like make some adjustments now. The first thing we want to do is to set our coordinate system. All right. So as surveyors, we work with coordinates, right? And if I'm going to, what I do most of the times is create the contour here on SURFER and take it to AutoCAD to insert it into the boundary. So if you're like working on a second project, let me stop sharing my screen and look for that example for you so that you can see it. Just a moment. I want you to have an idea of what I'm talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Don't worry, we're almost done. This one won't take a lot of time. It should be really not take a lot of time. I am dancing around you. Okay, so I'll share my screen again now. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So we did that this thing on this is not the main design. This is just how it came in here. All right. So we did that design on this design, the contour on SURFER, exported it into AutoCAD and have it here. Then we made all the corrections here and like brought it that I don't want to. Okay, I will have to stop sharing my screen again. So I'm sharing my full screen, so I have to be, I mean, I have to respect the privacy of the owner of the data, right? That's why I'm often stopping my screen and I want to like get the PDF, the results. I am dancing around Tito, Tito, Tito. Okay, I think I just sent him the AutoCAD. Just a minute, please. Let me see. Okay. Uh, okay. Just a minute. I'm with you guys. I want you to understand what I'm talking about. So, oh, glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God. Uh, okay, you should see it now. It's loading. It's loading. Just a minute. Just a minute. Loading another version. Loading another version. So just a minute. Let it load. All right. So while it loads, let's continue into why we are here. Window entire screen share. Entire screen shared. We are going back to SURFER. Column magical SURFER. So yeah. So like I was saying, you have to. I said on all the plenty things I said to say that you have to set your projection so that when you get to AutoCAD, you know what you're doing, and you have to know if you're working with WGS 84 or you're working with Minadatum or you're working with Minadatum. All right. So just be sure of what the origin of your data is before you come to set projection. Very, 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 very important. Very, very, very important. So this is an Abuja data. What did I open? I'm dancing around. What one I need? To my father, my lover. So there's a particular one I had made corrections to that I was looking for. But I can't find it right now. Okay, so this one also looks like this. I mean, this is it. So that's how it looks. Right. So we just set our projection, and that should like and okay. I think we'll start again. Okay, starting again. Let us. All right, so we are here. I wanted to like set the projection from the beginning, but it still works if you set it from here. So you set your projection WGS 84 UTM. Like I said, understand if you're working with WGS 84 or you're working with Mina, so that your work does not throw you to where you don't know. So that's about coordinate system. You can go back to general and edit this to fit what you want, and edit this to fit what you want. To be honest, there are some things that that are important with contours, right? But you can always design to fit in what you have, what you want. So you adjust the levels, your contour interval, depending on what you want to achieve. Depending on what you want to achieve, 0.5 gives you, if you are working on a rugged terrain, you should have a more closely contour. The interval should be small. If you are working on a smooth terrain, it means that you don't have to worry, and you can have a large interval. So this is 0.5 contour interval. You can like change the contour major contour values. That's where you want your how you want your contour values to appear. You can reduce or increase it. You can change your color scale. You can bring it out and change what it looks like. We can change the color of our contour. This is just like exploring, and the contour color, right? They have made it in a way that we can have different different contour colors that will fit into what we want to achieve. They have made it in a way that you can just like know that you want to do what you're working on is construction. You just pick construction. It is ice. It is maybe you're working on the ocean. You know, everything is just there. So just like pick what works for you. So for us, we are working on the terrain, and this is what it looks like. And I just like bring out our color scale. Another thing you need to pay attention to is your line properties. I mean, you can adjust the major lines, you can adjust the minor lines, and your labels. Your labels, you can adjust. Excuse me, you can change the font style. Can you see that that's changed? You can just this label now is just like talking about the contour values and I mean majorly the contour values, right? So can change all of that. And so moving ahead, this is the contour for that land. Like I said, you can make this contour here if you have what I wanted us to do, but nobody did the assignment. I wanted you guys to like plot out that though the this thing is much, the the data is much because you have I didn't bring out the spot heights that were there and the values, the coordinate of the details, right? If I had given you, but if you have plotted it, you would have seen which one is the boundary, which one is not the boundary, right? So if we have the boundary of the perimeter of this particular land on AutoCAD, it's a thing we can just save. So we can just save it, can save as we can save as SRF or all files. Then we take it to Global Mapper, we convert it to DXF, and we now take it to AutoCAD to now put in our details, to put in the bearings, I said bearing, to put in the title and every other thing that should be there. You understand the true notes and all that. But then if we want, we can still like do it here. So if you want to label now, I am dancing around to do. We just bring out text. Yeah, text. Camera. Okay, for discussion's sake, please, I would need to stop sharing. Okay, are we together? Are we together, guys? Are we there still other theory plans, theory 3D maps that we are going to plot here? It's okay. I'm sure it is okay that we have something we are looking at that to be easier for you guys to understand. Understand it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just hanging right there. Hanging right there. Okay, I think this will help. This will help us. This will help us. This will help us. Okay, that is loading. It is loading. And the last one, where is the water frame now? Water frame da, water frame da, water frame da. I am dancing around to do. Oh my father and my lover, I am dancing around. I say dance every other thing is coming. I am dancing around. I am broken around. Okay, so I'll share my screen again and show you what I'm saying looks like. Okay, so this is this is a wireframe design. This is wireframe design. This is a flow water flow. This is a water flow design. There is a 3D surface design. So this one, what I'm trying to say is this one now we like take it to AutoCAD to design the interface, right? This one was designed here inside SURFER. This was designed inside SURFER, and this was designed inside SURFER. So let's try to get something like this. So we are going to make the design like this. So where's our SURFER? We are going to say plan showing we are going to say plan showing do 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 3D surface of landed property belongings. Plan showing 3D surface of landed property belonging to Mr. Let me see somebody's name. Let me just give you land straight. Let me give you land straight. Adjust shape and to Mr. Ben. I hope you are claiming it. Adjust shape Ben and please call me. You cannot call me. Not. Okay. Mr. Adjust shape Ben at Udono Udono AI Lagos. Okay, don't forget you always put your text at the center and let's do what works. So this is it. So we can customize this to like make sense. Let me try. Okay. So you can always Benjamin, always like make this make sense. Okay, and like I said, I'd like to increase this. So we'll put this here. I mean, we should have. So probably we should just change this to A3. Let's say okay. So that we'll have. You get what I did there? I just changed like this to A3 so that we'll have more space in there to plot. Then we'll put the other one here. We'll put the other one there. Once we have it, so we'll do certification. Copy. Okay, so and just like move this. I am dancing around Tido. To my father, my lover, I am dancing around. Certification. Okay, you put in your certification. Let's say it's here. You say it's here. Then what else do you need to write? The name, um, the name, so this one will be name, name, uh, name, school, address. Do you get? You just like populate these ones. I think all of these ones are just like the design part of it. Then supervisor's name, whatever you want to do. This is just the way to design it. Do you understand? This, I mean, that's the way to design it. And I am dancing around to to my lover and my father. I am dancing around. Well, as I dance, every other thing is done. I am dancing around. So this is our scale bar. This is our scale bar outside here. So for Koto, of course, you will definitely not get you will not get, what do they call it? You will not get a legend for contour. So that is how to design your interface. So you can just like, the ball is in your case, into your hand to design interface, this interface to fit into what you want. So let's go straight to creating the next 3D design that we need. So we have done, this is the contour, right? Let's go ahead and create the 3D surface. So we just like click on 3D surface. I mean, we have 3D surface, we have 3D wireframe. They are used for different purposes. So these are 3D surface. Can extend it to fit in what we need, right? So these are 3D surface. Clicking on it, we can come back to this. All right, this is where we do the editing. This is the general. You have your upper, you have your lower. We are asking if we should show the base. We want it to show the base, and we can also like edit the base if we want it black, if you want it solid, or you want nothing there. You get, you can like just you can just like design to meet your taste. You can design to meet your taste. The fill properties, you can design to meet your taste. Always design to meet your taste. When you're done with the general, you can go to the scaling. You can scale it to the thickness, the info, the labels. So these are the things that you can do can do it. Um, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. So it's just a whole lot, and you can sincerely explore. So this is your 3D wireframe. And it's just that simple. It's that simple for so far. It's really just that simple. Then we move ahead to the wireframe. So don't forget you're always using your grid data to plot it. This is our wireframe. For this one, to be honest, just ensure you have the base and you want your base to be shown. Want to decide what it looks like. Yeah. So you want to, and don't forget, you can always like change. Can always like change the color. Here you have the properties, so you can please explore. You can always change the color to meet up what you want. Do you get it? You can always change the color to meet up what you want. Always and always change the color to meet up what you want. So that is that about the wireframe, guys. Okay, so I'm going to say something. I mean there will not be time to show you. So the last design I would drop is the water flow direction. Water flow direction. So okay, this is the watershed. This is the watershed. Let's look for the water flow. Where is map? Map. So I really just had to install this particular version. By the way, this is SURFER 16. This is SURFER 16. In case you're wondering, this is SURFER 16. So this is our watershed. This is our water flow. Water flow direction is what is simply, I think, is one of the tools you want to put out, one of the 3D designs you want to put out if you just want to understand the direction of water on a particular land at a glance. Of course, you can know it by your 3D wireframe. I mean, it's telling you the highest point, the lowest point. You can just like know that water is flowing from the highest point to the lowest point. And for this one, you are moving, it's showing you the arrows. So this point, example, this point now where the arrow is going back, it means that there is an height here that is directing the water back. Of course, this is the second line is higher than this just one line. This one is just probably the rover stood on a stone, or there was a rock or something. There's something that is directing the water in the opposite direction around there. And you can see it interwovenly inside the plan. So, but generally the water is flowing like this. So I think majorly that's SURFER for you. That's SURFER for you. So like I said, you can always convert these drawings. You can save them as files or as SRF. What is that extension again? SRF, yeah, SRF, and take it to Global Mapper. Can always take it to Global Mapper and convert it to DXF. If you convert to DXF, it will allow you to be able to plot and adjust and make editings on AutoCAD so that you can get. I think that's what I wanted us to do. That's what I wanted us to achieve. But since you guys didn't do your assignment, I will assume that we do not need it. this is what I wanted us to achieve. So that boundary would have been plotted. This is not even it. The one I want us to achieve is the one that already has the boundary, that has the, yeah, something like this, that has the contour like shaped out inside the boundary itself. So I mean, but we didn't do our assignment. This is AutoCAD 2020, just to mention. So yeah, intentionally wanted us to use that one. So I think we'll pause for now. I'm sure your attention span, to be honest, myself, I'm tired. Let me not put it on you alone. So, and I'm sure a lot of us have different attention span. So some of us are not even connecting with me again. You are just like, bro, just stop, just end this class. Let's go away. We have tried. For people that stayed till now, you have really, really tried. So you have really, really tried, and I think I have tried to. I think I have tried to. So I would want you to ask questions now. If we have questions, please ask your questions, and let's call it a day. Let's call it